Season begins Friday for the Lady Flames field hockey team, picked second in the preseason Big East poll and ranked 17th in the preseason top 25. I'm Nick Pierce, visiting now with Combrinck, senior for the Lady Flames and the preseason Offensive Player of the Year in the Big East. Congratulations, Lou, on that. You got to be really excited to get the season going here.
Yeah, definitely. This time of year is always really exciting. We always are really ready to get going. Preseason feels really long, and so does captain's practice. So yeah, the whole team and myself are feeling really ready to go and play Duke.
What is the message, the feel around this team? What's been the point of emphasis in preseason workouts?
Honestly, the emphasis in kind of what our year is going to is we're using the slogan eyes fixed, like just keeping our eyes fixed on what our goals are. Obviously, season brings a lot of great things, but also a lot of distractions. We do have a younger team, things are constantly happening. And just keeping our eyes fixed on what we have decided we want to focus on, glorifying the Lord, Lord winning the Big East and heading for a national championship. So through the training, through the adversity, can we still, keep our eyes fixed on that?
And keeping your eyes fixed on your internal goals while there are so many external expectations that come with this program having had so much success. How do you balance that?
I think it's sometimes just about realizing that there's a lot going on and making sure we keep the connection within the team. We can celebrate the victories and we can work through the losses, but we kind of have like a 24-hour rule. Once we win a big game, we have 24 hours to be super excited about it, and then we're back to work. And that's the same with a loss. If we suffer a big loss or something big happens, we have 24 hours to work through that, and then we've got to keep moving. And I think that really helps us kind of work through all the noise while still appreciating some of the things we do go through.
24-hour rule, but I don't know about your memory going back a year. The last time you played Duke, you scored the only goal in the game, and you end up with a 1-0 shutout victory over the Blue Devils. You'll see them this Friday on their turf this time to open up the season. Do those good memories elicit any good feelings going into this game?
I think they make us excited. Obviously, Duke, I think, is ranked 5th nationally, so that's a big difference from where we are. But they were ranked 5th when we beat them last time, so I think it's just knowing that we are very, very capable, and I think that's where last year's win fuels us. Like, we are very capable, no matter the number on any ranking. We can go and we can beat them, and I think we are just really excited to go and play them.
Why does this team believe that it can get over the hump and win another championship? Not getting to the championship game last year, picked second in the league this year to a very good UConn team. Why does this team believe that it can go in and upset those rankings a little bit?
I think we've definitely seen how the Lord has been very faithful to this program and what he's been able to do with the people we have. As you said, UConn is incredible. They've got incredible players, but we also believe we have incredible players, and I think Liberty plays with such relentlessness that no team can take away from us and no team can hinder us. So I think we've just been able to see that relentlessness and that work ethic from all the girls throughout the spring, throughout the summer, throughout preseason, and I just feel like that's given us so much confidence to go into the season.
From Hillcrest, South Africa, have you enjoyed your time in the States?
Yes, I love America, but I do miss home.
Do you plan to stay here when you're done, or what are the plans after college?
I think I'll stay here for a little bit at least. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, very good. Well, hey, Lou, appreciate the time. Congrats on the preseason accolades, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you so much.
Ninth-year head coach Nikki Parsley-Blocker joins us now to talk about her team heading into Friday's matchup with the number 5 Duke Blue Devils. Lady Flames ranked number 17 in the preseason standings as well. Preseason rankings, I should say. Conference preseason standings, number 2 behind UConn. First time you haven't been picked to win the league in a while. Some expectations still on this program, but does that fuel your team a little bit?
Yeah, I try not to take too much stock into it, whether we're picked 1 or we're picked 2nd or whatever it may be, just because at the end of the day, we have to come out every single day and prove what we're doing. So I try not to think too much about it, to be honest.
Yeah, and sometimes you're splitting hairs when you get into these preseason rankings, and you look at a great team like UConn. You've got a great team as well. I mean, good chance that these two teams are going to be seeing each other again at the end of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I just think the conference from the time that I joined as an assistant until now, it's just getting stronger and stronger every year. So you can't take any days off for any conference opponent. So we're really excited for that.
And we talked with Lou a little bit about the preseason workouts and how ready they are to get out there and play somebody else now. But how have you seen them take to the preseason focus and messaging here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been incredible. It's like you can just look at the preseason scrimmages and, what you're doing really every day at practice. And it's a young group. We have 12 newcomers and we have 12 returners, and we certainly brought in a lot of talent with an Olympian, U21 national team players, and the people that have been here and really stuck with the process over this past year. So, I think we look really good. We've had some strong opponents. We played UVA, App State, played Davidson as well, and it's just been a good opportunity. I think that the way that we're moving the ball right now might be the best we've ever moved it, to be honest, in my whole career. So I think that there's a lot of potential for this group.
When you put it that way, and with so many newcomers, it might be irrelevant the next thing I'm about to ask you, but it's about last year.
Yeah.
When you miss the postseason, you always look at things. It's like, all right, well, what about this or that thing? 10 one-goal games last year.
Yeah.
You go 5-5 in those. That's pretty good. 1-6 against the top 25. That might be something that stands out. What are some things that you take away from last year, and how do they apply to this year?
Yeah, I think looking at last year, it was like really just a refining year coming out of the previous season. We had lost Jody Conley, lost Bethany Dykema, all first-team All-Americans for us. So when you're replacing some critical pieces from your backfield, you're going to be rebuilding, but we're just stacking days. We're putting things together and seeing how much of the process we can control. And it's just been really, really exciting to watch the group and see what they do every single day. And, man, they're talented, but we're young. We're really young. So I think where our mind's at as a coaching staff is, we got to build them up, challenge them where they need to be challenged, and get them in the right mindset, knowing that they can beat any team in the country on any given day.
Talk about one-goal games, one goal, one run, one possession, whatever the sport is. That's a stressful way to live.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that this team has some offensive prowess, or maybe going to be locked down on defense this year? Try to avoid some of those.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because even the year before when we went 17-3, that's how we were living. We were winning those games by one goal. So, and then I think the national championship year, we had the best offense in the country, statistically speaking. So I'm interested to see, coming in, I didn't think that we would be moving the ball this well this early on. But I think we've put some people in the positions that they need to be in to put the team in the best position to be successful. You see Jose Tomasi up there. You see Avery Pollock and Zoe, one of our new gals coming over from France. And it's good connection out there for sure. So I think we're a little bit further ahead and in possession and attacking than I would have thought coming into preseason where we might be right now. And but in order to win a championship, you have to have an elite defense. So that's always one of the top things on our mind that we got to keep chipping away at every single week.
And then you look ahead to Duke. That was one of the one-goal wins last year, staying with that theme. But you look at the Blue Devils coming up here this Friday, ranked 5th in the country. No shortage of talented teams on the schedule again here this year. Why not start it that way, right?
Absolutely. I have nothing but respect for Duke and for Pam and what they're building down there. We also have a lot of success against them. We've beaten them twice at least in the last few years, so we're excited. It's always a good matchup. It often goes to overtime, so we'll see what's in the cards for Friday, but we're really excited to get down to Durham.
Nikki, appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck coming up here in the season opener.
Thank you so much.